Hello and welcome back. Today we're going to be looking at two handy tools that can be used around the layout to make life easier for the modeler. And so today we'll start out with an unboxing. And here's a package that arrived the other day, so let's get into that and see what's inside. Part of the problem of having a relatively small layout is finding space to work in, and in this case to open this package. Now let's just cut it here and see what we've got. And there you have it. It's a Dremel. In fact, it's an extension for the Dremel. And we're going to see how useful this is. Now, first of all, okay, so here's the box that we're unboxing, and it looks like a nice little addition to my tool set. So let's get it out here. Now here's my Dremel that I got a year or so ago, which has come in very, very handy when I've been trying to cut the track and get it accurately in place. The problem with the Dremel is, as you can see, the body gets in the way when you're trying to cut the track, and you end up cutting the track at an angle, and that's it gives you a bit of extra work to do. Once you cut the track, you've got to get in there with a file and square off. So a couple of little extras in here. Nice little wrench, and then, you know, this chuck piece here, and then here is the tool itself. This end here will screw onto the Dremel, the main unit. That's an easy hook up there. And that's a very slick, let's get around the other side, a very slick looking piece of equipment. Let's just see if we can get a better view of this. Yeah, so much easier to handle, and as you can see, you can get closer so that you can cut something without leaving a beveled edge. Let's just go back and look at the Dremel and try and put this together. There's the Dremel, and you know, you should be able to just unscrew the accessory there, the grinder in this case. I'm just going to open up this little bag with the wrench and the other little piece in it, because you need this to hook it up. There you go. So this piece here it's always good to have a look at the instructions before you try to use the equipment. For safety reasons, it's a good idea. So I'm just going to cut this open and let's see what the instructions look like. more often than not, and you see there's another little chuck piece in there. So more often than not, us guys tend to think we know how these things work, when in fact there's a lot of intricacies that we really don't understand. So, you know, there's a simple diagram here explaining how to put it together and get it set up. Easy to follow instructions. So we'll have a go at that. So I've taken the top piece off, and then it tells you to press this button and remove that cap. And the next thing is this collet cap. You need to remove that. It's simply, you just unscrew it and lift it out. Set that aside so we don't lose it. Then it's a case of assembling the components provided. Put this first piece here, get that on. Okay, so we've got this little cap on here, and you know, it tells you to use the wrench provided. And they said to, you know, after pressing the button to engage this cap, they said to use a third turn on there just to tighten it up to make sure it's on properly. So once again, it's important that you read the instructions for the installation of this extension. And in my case, I've got a model 200, which is shown here on the back of the Dremel unit. So I've now got it hooked up to the main Dremel, and you know, I'd suggest that when you're trying this out, you wear glasses or safety glasses, just as a precaution, and you know, make sure you got whatever attachment you're putting on here on tightly fixed in place so that there's no accidents. Now, what I would do is just holding both units, I'd give it a test and just put it on at the first setting, and as you can see, the tool is rotating perfectly. So having said that, I would then let's see if we can get a good look at this. And so, yeah, let's see if we get it really close. And so when you're cutting, you're able to get that tool right down on top of the rail and make a cut. And that's exactly what you want to do. Make a cut without a bevel on it. And we'll maybe just try and see if we can do that. So I'm just taking a piece of rail here, and I'm going to simulate and there we go, a perfect cut, a nice square on the end of the rail. So there you have the Dremel flex shaft, which I just demonstrated for you. And this, of course, as I said, the model 200, which is outlined in the instructions. It's suitable for this type of attachment. It's a great little tool. I'm not sponsored by Dremel. They never asked me to do this. So there is no compensation for this. It's not an advertisement. It's just information for the modeler to use to make a decision on what kind of tool it requires. What I would say is, and I haven't figured it out as yet, but you know, the power is from the main unit, so you would need to have this hung up while you're using the tool. You get used to it. It may have been better if there was a power button here, but as I said, you can put the power on, lay that down, and then do your cutting. So the instructions are easy to follow. Pay attention to them because, as I said, there are instructions for a variety of models, and you just want to make sure you know which one it is and how it best works for you. So if you enjoyed this little demonstration, please remember to give me the big thumbs up, and we'll see you here next time at Partickhill Station. Bye for now.